Good morning. Let's do some work with rates today. So we've got 3 people. Let's say we have Bree, Anthony, and Matthew. And Bree can run 4,200 meters in 30 minutes. Anthony can run 6,300 meters in a half an hour. And Matthew ran 6.3 kilometers in 45 minutes. Okay, so let's look and see if we see anything similar about anybody. Bree and Anthony ran the same amount of time. A half an hour is equal to 30 minutes. Anthony and Matthew actually ran the same distance. 6.3 kilometers is the same as 6,300 meters. But do Bree and Matthew share anything? I don't know. I don't see anything. So what was the rate for each of them? So remember the rate, we're supposed to try to find the per one. So my suggestion here would to be make this per hour. 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. And if we make them all in meters, that could help. So how do we get from 30 minutes to an hour? Yeah, times by 2. 4,200 times 2, 8,400. So she could run 8,400 meters in an hour. We could have figured out how far they ran in a minute. I just chose hour. Could be whatever you want. So how do we get from 6,300 to, oh gosh, how do we get from a half hour to a whole hour? That's right, times by 2. Let's get out our trusty calculator. So if we times by 2, we're going to get 12,600 meters. But how do we get from 45 to an hour? You know, we might want to use an intermediate. What if we did to 15 minutes? Because I know 15 times 4 is an hour, because that's 60 minutes. And I know that 15 times 3 is 45. So I could divide by 3, then times by 4. That sounds a lot like 3/4, and 45 is 3/4 of an hour. Let's do this. 6.3, let's change this to meters. 6,300 divided by 3 is going to be 2,100 meters in 15 minutes. And then we got to times that by 4. Oh, now we see where Bree and Matthew shared something. They actually ran the same rate. Interesting. Now, question. How far did this person run? Matthew, how far did he run in a half an hour? Well, now that you see that these are the same rate, and we know that Bree ran 4,200 meters in a half an hour, so did Matthew. Interesting. Okay, let's do another one where we pretend to go to the store. Pretending to go to a store is fun because it's a lot cheaper. You're not actually going to the store. Let's say we're going to buy cans of peaches, and we're going to have 4 stores. Store 1, whoops, that's a 1, sorry. Store 2, store 3, store 4. At store 1, the cans of peaches are 8 cans for $6. At store 2, they're 10 cans for $10. At store 3, they're 2 cans for $3. And at store 4, they said, hey, 1 can, 80 cents. Now, here's a big hint. I'm going to write this on a Post-it note. You don't have to write this, but this is a big deal. That says 80 cents. This says 80 cents. Notice the dollar sign comes first and the cent sign comes after. These are equivalent. They are absolutely not equal to this, which a lot of students try to do. This says less than 1 cent. This says 80/100ths of a penny. Bad. Very bad. That's like spelling Tiger Scots wrong. Nobody should do that. All right, so let's see. How are we going to figure out which store has the best deal? In order to compare, they must share. Let's find out how much it costs for 1 can. Right? So we already know this one. 1 can is 80 cents. We're going to find 1 can here, 1 can here, 1 can here. Just get myself set up. So how do I get from 8 to 1? Yes, divide by 8. So what do we have to do the dollars? Divide by 8. And 6 divided by 8 is 75 cents. Okay, how do we get from 10 to 1? Divide by 10. So what do we have to do this 10? Divide by 10. That's a 1. And because I'm using cents in the others, I'm going to use 0.00 here. How do we get from 2 to 1? Divide by 2. 3 divided by 2, I think is 1.5. Let's double check. It is. So which store is the cheapest? The one that has 75 cents per can. I think you kind of understand, right? In order to compare, they must share. So when you find the rate, like here we had the rate, we had 1 hour. Here we had the rate, which was money for 1 can. Find the rate. Then you can make comparisons. It's very difficult to make comparisons without something being the same. Like here, we could compare these because this was same. Or here, we can compare this because this was same. Even though this was in kilometers, I knew that the meters was the same. But then this made it hard to make this person compare time-wise, right? Or this person compare distance-wise because they weren't same. There was nothing that was same. So finding something same helps our comparison. All right, good luck.